Hello and welcome. I am Squid Gamer, and today I'll be reviewing Tiny Metal, a controversial copycat of the Advance Wars games, an indie title available on the PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. Though it was published by Sony on a Nintendo console, oh no, that's not the controversy at all. I know some will use the term it's a spiritual successor, except I wouldn't say that's fair for real spiritual successors. I interviewed the developer Hiroki Yura, and his reaction to the comparison to the Advance Wars games was reacted to in, well, he was bipolar. First, he flat out denied the game being based upon Advance Wars in any capacity. Then when I called out his bluff, he owned up to it. Weirdly, on the wiki, it claims the game takes inspiration from Warhammer 40k, which nothing about the game is all like Warhammer 40k. I mean, sure, there's guns and tanks, but that'd be like comparing Call of Duty to Warhammer 40k. So, for the controversy, there's not one, but several with this title. To be fair, I had no idea about any of this when I picked up the game off the eShop. The first controversy. Okay, first off, Hiroki Yura was accused by Tariq Lacey of embezzling $1 million from the Kickstarter for the game Project Phoenix. Project Phoenix's Kickstarter raised $1,014,600 back in 2013 from nearly 16,000 backers. So the accusation is Hiroki Yura, who was working on Project Phoenix, took the money and used it to fund the development of this game. Now, don't get into a lynch mob. Innocent until proven guilty. So yeah, calm your rage. Don't worry, there's plenty of other confirmed reasons to be angry. I'm not bringing up the accusation to stir up shit. Until a court makes a call, I'll give Hiroki Yura the benefit of the doubt. However, any major controversy with the game should be mentioned. But let's go on to the confirmed issues now, shall we? So let's see here. Let's do some multiplayer. Oh, it's not implemented. When did this game launch again? Alright, I picked it up in November of last year. Ugh. Okay, so how's the language support misleading? Look, I have very diverse tastes in video games. And yes, I played countless games that have zero English dubbing for voiceovers. However, games with voiceovers and only subtitle translations tend to have the decency to state subtitles. So yeah, no matter how you configure the settings, it's in Japanese. Right up until you give an order to your units.
If my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a wagon.
Hope you have a blast.
Eat lead, suckers! Pop goes the weasel.
Kaboom! Wham bam! Thank you, man.
Who the fuck wrote these lines? Or thought the execution was good for that matter? People actually tell other people to just set everything but subtitles to Japanese because the voiceovers are that repetitive and annoying. There's 14 units and probably 20 phrases across the entire unit roster. These lines are long and really cringy. Oh, here's the kicker. The units see a line when ordered to move and when ordered to attack. The animations for both is rather short. Once the unit begins playing a line, it does not stop until it completes saying the phrase. So if I order a tank to move and attack another tank, it'll actually overlap two lengthy, dumb phrases playing both quotes at the same time. Torture for your eardrums. The main reason people suggest playing in Japanese isn't that the voiceover quality is that much better, it's just the lines are shorter that way, and gibberish you can't understand is preferable to the cringy ear torture. I'm no native Japanese speaker. However, I noticed this awkward moment so many times in cutscenes. Japanese is a very quick pace, kind of poetic language.
Jana.
あ
I sometimes feel like I'm watching Kung Pao when playing this game.
I don't know.
So, how's the story, Squid? Bland and predictable. The only thing I can seriously praise about the game is just the art style for the stupid visual novel cutscenes. In my first playthroughs, I had to restart the game several times because the fucking autoscroll. Most games let you skip text at your choosing or turn off an autoscroll. Several fucking paragraphs, no way to slow it down or turn off the autoscroll, flinging down the screen at a breakneck pace. Thankfully, since I started playing again to capture footage for this review, it seems that Hiroki Yara actually took my suggestion to heart when I interviewed him on Steam. I'll admit I was rather harsh on him and my criticism of the game. I will give him credit for actually fixing that problem with the game's design. So, how's the story? I can tell the story in its entirety in less than 20 seconds. Spoilers, obviously. You're the commander of this fictional country. Pennywise shoots down the plane with your country's war hero and king when flying on a diplomatic mission. Tricks you into war against pseudo-Japan. You get a mercenary girlfriend called Wolfram. Ugh, I didn't write this shit. You war and ally with fake Japan to stop Pennywise's doomsday plan. One stupid big tank. Chemical weapons? Nope. Nukes? Nope. Mind control, maybe? Nope. No, it's literally, hey, you know that really retardedly big tank Hitler wanted to build, but never got to build? Let's build that fucker. Whee! Yeah. The story is meh at best. So let's look at the gameplay, shall we?
でも準備はできております。
よし、移動してみろ。移動させたいユニットを選択してくれ。青いエリアが移動できる範囲だ。移動し終わったら次に行動を決めてくれ。指示を間違えた場合でも戻ることは可能だ。落ち着いて対処しろ。
は、了解であります。
移動後には周りの地形や敵が映し出される。視界を広く取り、常に索敵を行え。
隊長、目の前に敵がいます。
よし、接近して攻撃しろ。側面や背後から攻撃するとダメージが増加するぞ。
はっ、やってみます。
Sir, your orders? Engage!
隊長、敵から反撃を受けました。
落ち着け。こういう時はそうだ、地形を利用するんだ。森林、丘などの地形にいるとダメージが減るぞ。戦略ディスプレイの右下を見れば詳細がわかるはずだ。
はっ、了解であります。
無理をするなよ。ユニット内の人数が減っていると敵に与えるダメージが低下してしまう。だがそれは相手も一緒だ。相手の人数を減らせれば受けるダメージを減らせるぞ。
つまり先手必勝でありますか。
そうだ、常に自分たちから攻撃を仕掛けていき、有利な状況を作るんだ。
はっ、了解であります。
Riflemen, ready and waiting. Fire at will! Light 'em up!
kill! Armor Fury on the move! Target locked on. You've got Buckley's might.
Riflemen, ready and waiting. Affirmative. Orders received.
What's new? No drama. We fight as one. Metal's rolling out. Crush him.
Hey, look, the cavalry's here. Burn in rubber.
The first 14 missions are pretty much exactly like this. They slowly explain the game's mechanics, handing you one unit unlock at a time. I get Advance Wars didn't give you the full arsenal right off the bat, but it wasn't this fucking slow either. The AI is stupid. Strategy? What fucking strategy? You just keep capturing villains until you have fighter jets parked on all the enemy factories. Then you fight a battle of attrition till you win. There's no fuel or ammunition system. Hell, the fucking idea of transport units doesn't exist in this game. No naval units and no transports. The units are literally all the exact same, both the enemy and yours. The only difference is a color palette swap. Let's look at the inspiration. Advance Wars. Sure, the story's simplistic too, but you have commander abilities, fuel and ammunition systems where vehicles could run out of ammo, being unable to attack, or fuel, being unable to move. Transport units to move smaller units quicker and safer, like infantry. Transports would also resupply other vehicle units, acting as a supply line. It also had naval units in addition to the ground and air units. The infantry could be useful for more than mere capturing of buildings. They were weak, but could counter things pretty well when utilized correctly. Advance Wars had a lot of counters. There isn't different damage types in this game, just different amounts of damage output. Also, there are so many ways to cheese this fucking game that it takes the fun out of missions. You know when you're playing a fighting game and your friend isn't good, but finds one move that you can't stop, so it's spammed over and over until they eventually win? That's pretty much every mission until you beat the game. First observation of a cheese exploit, fighter jets. Just when I thought I was done with this review, I discovered another flaw of this game. Turns out one of my video recordings got corrupted, so I had to, of course, boot up the game to try to record the exploit again to demonstrate an issue, and discovered an entirely new one. Turns out Tiny Metal will actually, at random, completely delete your save progress. In other words, even if you're entirely invested in this game, without any rhyme or reason, your game file will just be deleted. I don't know why, and this is really frustrating. So I gotta play through multiple missions to re-record the exploit that I'm trying to demonstrate.
Yes, from the skies. Woohoo! Yeah! Air superiority fighter.
afterburners.
Double time!
Yes, sir. Pedal to the metal.
Awaiting orders, sir.
Where's the bogey? Engaging afterburners.
Scout's ready to show you the way.
Where's the bogey?
Burn in rubber. This is no time for standing around.
Riflemen ready and waiting.
For Artemisia!
Where's the bogey? I feel the need for speed. You're going down. You can't win a war by singing. I feel the need for speed.
This is no time for standing around. Blazing a trail.
Riflemen ready and waiting.
Air superiority fighter. I feel the need for speed. Acquired. Engaging.
Hey, look, the cavalry's here. Scouts rolling out.
Double time! Sir, your orders?
First in, last out.
You can't win a war by singing.
Yes, sir. Burn in rubber.
For the king!
Closing in on the enemy. Yes, from the skies. Woohoo! Yeah! Air superiority fighter.
Tread on.
Sir, your orders? For Artemisia!
Hey, look, the cavalry's here.
Sir. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
You can't win a war by singing. I feel the need. The need for speed.
Riflemen, ready and waiting. For Artemisia!
This is no time for standing around.
First in, last out.
Sir, your orders? For the king!
Burn in rubber. rolling out.
On me! Fire at will!
Out goes the weasel.
Sometimes you gotta roll a hard stick. You can't win a war by singing.
Hungry for action?
The first mission with fighter jets was fucking designed with the expectation you're going to exploit this game-breaking exploit. Okay, you start this mission with no base, and you have to spend your first few turns destroying those helicopters and capturing those buildings, enabling you to have some sort of base. This is a big problem for a lot of rays, and I'll explain as I go further. Okay, about the fighter jets. They do a ton of damage to other aircraft, but can't attack ground units at all. But here's the exploit. Very few unit types can actually attack fighter jets. And no enemy unit can actually pass through or under the flying aircraft. The only two units that can even attack fighter jets are other fighter jets and anti-air launchers. First cheese tactic. Only two ways the enemy force can approach. Through here in the south of the lake or up north of the lake. You only have 3 fighter jets for this first mission with them. You're going to have to alternate between blocking the southern and northern routes to delay the enemy's ground forces as much as possible as you advance north to capture these buildings in Helicopter Factory. Then once you got that, you can just take your time wiping out the rest of the enemy. It's not that hard at all. It just takes a while. And this is how poorly designed this mission is. You have to notice and exploit the fact that enemy units cannot pass under your fighter jets. A tank can't drive underneath a flying jet. A platoon of infantry can't march under it. Oh, and there is zero way at all the enemy can even attack your jets. And considering you start this mission with no HQ, that means if you somehow lose all of your buildings and the AI does manage to wipe out your force, then you're stuck in an infinite fucking loop of the AI's units moving about aimlessly because they can't actually attack your jets. And you can't capture buildings or get a defeat screen because you can't lose the 3 jets or regain the ability to produce units. The balancing is fucking horrid. I mean, you get to unlock snipers eventually, which would be awesome if snipers weren't fucking pointless. Oh, a sniper. He specializes in taking out infantry. Which would be useful if infantry weren't already weak against pretty much everything, including infantry. The only 2 unit types that infantry are not vulnerable against would be mobile radar and flying radar, as those are the only 2 units that can't attack, period. And then there's Spec Ops, which are merely just more expensive infantry with slightly better stats, but not better enough that they can be deployed with any level of success against any vehicle. One cheese tactic I employed for nearly every mission: focus my initial efforts on taking out the anti-air units without risking my jets. Then I use the jets to park them on every single enemy factory so the AI can't spawn new units at all. I keep throwing my units at the AI and spawning new units. And of course, eventually the AI will run out of units, being unable to spawn more due to my strategic parking of jets. This tactic works for every single mission once you're able to spawn jets. The game is fucking bland. It's right knighted to a retarded level 2. I'm a big Advance Wars fan. I love XCOM and other similar games. Xenonauts is fucking awesome. Oh, and don't worry, I plan to review Mario XCOM. The fact is, a lot of shady shit with this game. It was lazily made. It looks like shit. I'm sorry, it does. And the fucking world map looks like it was made in Microsoft Paint. It's repetitive and boring. The false advertisement alone earns it 4 EA points. I know it was announced that they still plan to implement multiplayer, but the fact is this was an advertised launch feature, and at the time of creation of this review, it's still not implemented. And add another 4 EA points for the misleading advertising in regards to the language support. The game's flaws. It randomly deletes your game progress. Gameplay is boring. The story is bland. Tons of exploits and balance issues. Issues with trying to follow the story. So the flaws brings the game from a below average 4 out of 10 to a 2. My final verdict? A low 2 out of 10 with a total of 8 EA points. Tiny Metal is utter shit. Don't waste your time and money on it. I regret buying this game. Save your money, there's far better games to get instead. If you're looking for an Advance Wars spiritual successor, this is not what you're looking for. I would instead recommend you wait for Wargroove. That game does have all the depth of the original Advance Wars games, in a fantasy style. 12 campaigns versus this game's lackluster 1. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing, as well as supporting me via any of the links below. Every little bit helps. Thank you.